Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Sean, this is the Game Room, and we are on our last video for the Maelstrom of the Cyberpunk starter box. The two-player starter box comes with Tiger's Claws and Maelstrom, and we've painted the first five. If you've watched the first five videos, we've got one more, the Warlord. We're going to do slightly different, but still the same way, just using a different color. I'll explain here in just a second. But anyway, let's get to the painting table. Okay, if you look at him as compared to, say, Crusher, his skin is a little different. And what I mean by, it's darker. And a long time ago, I got the Army Painter skin tone box set. And so I'm going to try amber skin. I don't think it's quite as dark as the picture, but it's just something different. It's really just giving me an excuse to use a different skin tone. So we're going to do that. He is loaded with detail. Again, we've got skin all the way around. He's got a weapon here. He's got a gun here. His cryogenics are opening up here to display another weapon. And of course his armor, pants, shoes, but he's got chains up under here, and his armor that's all over his body. So lots of detail, and we're going to kind of figure out as we go along how we want to paint him. But I'm going to start with the amber skin, and looking at the picture on the card. Unlike the Crusher, he looks like the metal's just implanted straight into his skin. So we're going to do the same thing. I'm just going to, instead of having like a black undercoat or a black shirt on underneath the armor, we're just going to go straight ahead with the amber skin color and see how it turns out. And when we wash it, it'll make this amber skin color even darker. So let's get started. Okay, for the metal pieces, I'm going to use plate mail metal. And this is not a speed paint, so you don't have to be as fast. So just put some out on your palette. But I'm going to use that. It covers better. So any of these areas where you see I just painted over the whole thing so I could get it down in the cracks and crevices, well, this paint will cover that up. Whereas a speed paint won't cover it as well. So you'd probably have to go back over it with your base coat of whatever you primed your model with, whether it's white or gray sear like I did these. Okay, for his pants, we're going to do Tyrian Navy, which is a blackish blue from the 2.0 Speed Paint series. This is a very, very dark blue. And you'll notice I am just painting it right over the chains because we'll come back and we'll hit the chains with the silver. But we want to make sure that the blue gets down in there, in between the chains and down underneath them. Okay, as we've talked about in the other videos, now that I've got everything painted, or the pants painted, I just kind of painted over everything. Go back with your gray sear and then just kind of touch up the areas that you're going to want to paint a different color if you're going to use a contrast or speed paint, because they will not cover as well. They just won't cover as well because they're very thin. If you're going to do it with just a solid paint, you're probably okay if it's a darker color. Like the silver that we did up here was fine to cover up the other stuff because it's a heavier pigmented paint or a darker paint. But since I'm going to use snakebite leather on the gun holster and the straps, it will not cover up the Tyrian Navy color very well, if at all. So we're going to use snakebite leather, and for this we're going to do all the leather parts. Anything that you would think would be leather, like straps, belt, things like that. Okay, next up, Grim Black. It's a speed paint 1.0 for the guns that he has. So, big one up here. Okay, well, somehow I didn't hit the record button, and you missed the last part. So after we did the pants, we went back with the silver. We did the black on the gun, and I went back with the silver to cover, the clasp here, the chains, belt buckle, around the top of the boots here. Really just doing the metal parts in the bottom half. Now I'm going to use snakebite leather again for his boots. So you just want to be careful around your metal. You don't want to get it up on your anything you've already painted. Alright, the snakebite leather is going to need to dry for a little bit, then we need to wash all the metal. But while we're waiting on that, let's go ahead and do our flesh wash on the skin tones. Now remember, this is our amber skin that we used, and I don't know exactly how it's going to look after this, so we will find out together. And I need, I think I need this brush right here. Okay, so the flesh wash. Okay, once that's dry, we're going to come back with a dark wash over all of the metal parts. If you did get some of the flesh wash like I did, just go over it with a drier brush just to knock it off the tops of your metal parts. That dark wash will come in and that will fill in all those gaps and darken that metal down. So bear with us. Okay, so now I want to do a wash on the metal parts. So I'm going to use dark tone, and I put some on my palette there, and I'm going to add some water to it, maybe just to thin it down. I don't want it to be super dark. And then I'm just going to hit all of our metal pieces with that. Okay, now we need to let this guy thoroughly dry before we do anything else to him. So back in a few. So if we go back to the picture, we see his eyes and his head have pink on them. So just to show that they're glowing. So I'm going to use familiar pink, see if we can't come close to duplicating that. He's still not completely dry, but his head is. So let's see what we can do here. Okay, kind of something like that. Nothing else, his eyes just look bloodshot. He's ticked off. Alright, let's let him dry and we'll do the base and I'll show you what it looks like when he's done. Alright, and with that, he is done. Not too bad. These models are a lot of fun to paint. There's a lot of character in them, and there's a lot of detail in these models, but you can kind of see that, you know, it doesn't take long. Probably spend a little more time on him than some of the others, but that's just because he is the leader. But when you put them all together, these guys really, really, really look cool. So that is it for... I'll put some pictures up, but that is it for the Maelstrom. Hang on, I'm going to show you what they all kind of look like here real quick. All together. Let me switch back. Look at that. I mean, that's just, they look great. And from 3-foot distance, they're going to look really, really cool. Especially on the Cyberpunk gaming board. So, with that, that will wrap up this series for the Maelstrom. And next we're going to, not sure which one I want to do next. We could do the Tiger Claw or the Arasaka. I have Zoners. I also have the Bozos, or the Generation Red. So I'm not sure which one I want to do next. I'll figure that out for the next video. But thanks for watching. I hope this helps. Like I said in the last video, if you were to sit down in an afternoon and paint them all at the same time, you can get them all done in a day. Just by using the simple techniques that I've been showing you, just using some of just use the contrast paints and the speed paints for what they're designed to do, to paint and highlight and do all of that in one coat. And then you can wash some things and really just make the model pop. Again, like I said in the last video, 3-foot tabletop distance is what we're going for. If you're trying to win awards, probably not going to do that with these. There are some fantastic painters which go into airbrushing and 50 different layers and to make it look great, and they're fantastic. I don't have that kind of time. So I just want to get the models painted and on the table so that they look good from a distance, and they do. So anyway, I hope this helps. I'm going to shut up. I hope this helps. Please like, subscribe, drop a comment down below. Let me know what you're playing. Let me know what you like. Are you enjoying this series? Do you have a thought on the next series? I'm going to probably start kicking that off in the next few days. Need to decide which one I want to do next. So anyway, I'll get this video out. As always, thanks for watching. Join us on Facebook at The Game Room, Texas Gamer Geeks. And as always, please like, subscribe, drop a comment, and have a wonderful evening. Bye now.